it's a serious crime. This is a serious situation that we had out there, and I can't rate it 1 through 2. I've worked 2 murders as a sheriff, and I'll tell you this was worse than the other one.
A lawman for more than 50 years, there's a case Newton County Sheriff Billy Rowles will never be free of, one that haunts him.
And have you ever worked anything like that before?
No, not really. Nothing even close to that.
The horrific, dragging death of James Byrd Jr. in Jasper County back in 1998.
This was a black eye to the city of Jasper, to Jasper County.
It's hard for Rowles to even talk about.
I feel like I've said and done everything that you can do about this case. And of course the rehashing of it still puts a little anxiety, and you still probably check my heart rate right now, and it's probably still kind of going a little fast. Blood pressure probably a little high.
At the time, Rowles was Jasper County Sheriff, in office for only about 1.5 years. In the early morning hours of June 7, 1998, Rowles says investigators thought the call was for a hit and run, but when they got to the scene, they realized it was anything but.
We just thought that that this is going to be one of the gruesomest cases that we've ever seen or heard of.
Rowles says it didn't take long to piece together what happened and why. 3 white supremacists, Sean Allen Berry, Lawrence Russell Brewer, and John William King, offered James Byrd Jr. a ride home. Berry and Byrd knew each other, but that didn't get in the way of the hateful, racially motivated act that would terrorize the Byrd family and the community.
During the interview with Sean Allen Berry, he told us they went to, I'm not going to use the vulgar word, but went to mess with a black person, and it got out of control.
The men beat Byrd with a baseball bat, chained him to a truck, and dragged him to his death in what many called a modern-day lynching, using a pickup truck and a 24-foot logging chain instead of a rope.
24.5 feet.
This was the road where the body of James Byrd Jr. was dragged in 1998, Huff Creek Road. Sheriff Rowles said that the crime scene was 3 miles long. One of the most gut-wrenching tasks for Rowles, telling Byrd's family.
That was terrible. That was hard. Something you'll never forget. Very emotional, very, very emotional for me during that time. I didn't handle myself real well, but it was a sad situation to watch people hurt like they were hurt.
Byrd was killed because of the color of his skin.
We don't want anybody feeling hatred because of what happened, and we don't want anybody to get any revenge because of it.
Rumors were swirling that it was retaliation for another murder in Jasper, where a white business owner was killed by a black employee. Rowles says he met with about 15 local pastors to enlist their help to keep the peace.
I told them the rumors are going crazy. I'm looking you in the eye, every one of them, and say I need y'all's help. We need to let your members of your churches and let them know that these rumors are false. Had nothing to do with the murder of McQueen murder a week before. This is a couple guys that some guys that got out of prison. They were racist.
Knowing it was a hate crime, a violation of civil rights, Rowles also called on the FBI.
The day after I went to the FBI, the day afterwards, we had like 100 FBI agents in Jasper. Their evidence recovery team was all up there.
With this investigation came fears.
You know, when you get the Ku Klux Klan coming to town and the new Black Panther Party coming to town the same day, had that happen a couple times. I mean, just, you know, was this far away from just really getting out of control. And of course, as luck would have it, it didn't.
The case thrust Rowles into the national spotlight, dealing with media nonstop.